Hello, my name is Katie, and in the next series of videos I'll be demonstrating strategies to use different pieces of equipment, and all of the equipment that I will be using is often available through the ALSA Association of Massachusetts and their equipment loan closet. So if the equipment is something that you think may be helpful for you, then I encourage you to reach out to them to see if they do have it available for you. And the information provided in the videos by no means replaces any medical advice, and if you are interested in using any of the equipment, we recommend that you reach out to your physician, your physical and occupational therapist, to make sure that that equipment is the right equipment for you, the safest equipment for you, and then for them to arrange for you to have appropriate training to make sure that you're using it correctly in a way that minimizes any risk of injury to you or those helping you. But we hope you find them helpful, and thank you very much for watching.
This is called a slide board. It's just a wooden board, and they come in different lengths. This one's pretty standard length. And this can be used to help someone transfer from one surface to the other without having to stand. You want the two surfaces as close as they can be, and you can't have armrests in the way. So if it's something that has removable armrests, remove them. If they can't be removed, you unfortunately can't use this. And what you're going to do is I'm going to slide this under Allison's bum, and then basically I'm going to help her scoot across it. So she's going to lift her bum, go a few inches, lift, move a few inches until she gets all the way across and onto the surface that she's transferring to. Alright, so Allison is going to lean away so that I can slide the board under. So I'm sliding it under here, keeping it lined up. This is the direction I want her moving in. And now she's going to help. So for this, you want someone who has some upper extremity strength where they can unweight their buttocks at least a little bit. You really don't want them being dragged across the board. It can lead to some skin breakdown. So you want them to be able to unweight and go. And then I'm going to just warn you, Allison, don't wrap your fingers underneath, because as soon as your bum goes there, you'll squish them. So keep your fingers out as you do it. And I'm going to be guarding her just so she doesn't fall forward or back, but she's doing most of the work here. So I'm guarding her trunk so she doesn't fall back. I'm standing in front of her. She's scooting along. If she needs help with her legs, I can help position her legs during the task. And there she is. She'll lean away to get the board out. So I'll let Allison show you that without me standing in the way. So the board is underneath, and that's me too. And she is sliding across, and you're kind of helping with balance or with the legs, whatever she needs help with, but you shouldn't be the one lifting her across the board. She leans across, and we'll pull it out. That's the slide board. All right, this is a pivot disc, and what you can do with it is you put it on the floor and it actually rotates. So this works well for someone who's able to stand even with assistance but has trouble taking those small steps to turn. So in this situation, I have Allison sitting in the chair and she wants to get to this chair. And this could be set up to get into a wheelchair, to get on and off the toilet, on and off the commode, really any other surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on the ground, and it'll go underneath Allison's feet, and I have the two surfaces lined up so they're as close as possible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to help Allison come to standing, and then I'm going to help her pivot to sit down. So the two surfaces are very close. This is underneath her feet. She has a gait belt around her waist that I'm going to use to hold her with, and basically what we're going to do is come up to standing. So as the person assisting, I'm going to have a nice wide base of support, feet separated, and I'm going to be bending with my knees instead of with my back. So bending with my knees here. And I'm gonna come in here, and if she's able to help, she can either push off of the armrest here, she can have her arms on me. You just wanna make sure she's not grabbing around your neck, so that can lead to other difficulties. So I'm gonna reach here, I'm grabbing the gait belt, and on 3, Allison, we're gonna come to standing. 1, 2, 3, up, good, and I'm checking in with her. So you wanna check in, are you good? Yep, okay. On 3, we're gonna pivot on this disc. So on 3, 1, 2, 3, and she's turned. I'm looking to make sure she's lined up. And on 3, stick your bum way back to get back there and help place her down. And there she is. And then you would just pull the board out and reposition in the chair if you need to. So if you need to help her scoot back, you can do that after the transfer. In this video, I'm going to show how you can transfer from a wheelchair to the commode, which is over the toilet. So it would be the same if you're going to the toilet. This is with the commode over, she has the armrest to push off of. It also gave us a little extra height, which will help Allison stand a little more easily. And we are going to use a pivot disc. If you have a commode with removable armrest, the drop arm, and a wheelchair, or whatever chair you're transferring from, which would most likely be the wheelchair, that has removable armrest, you can use a slide board for this transfer as well, but with the armrest, we don't have that option. So we are using this pivot disc, and it'll be underneath her feet, and when she stands, rather than her needing to take steps, I'm gonna help her pivot on it and line her up with the commode to lower down. And Allison does have a gait belt on, nice and snug around her waist, so I will use that to give me leverage to help her come up to standing and to lower her down. So I have a nice wide base of support. Again, I'm gonna bend at my knees, and I'm gonna come in, and Allison, I'm gonna have you actually push one hand off of here. So with your stronger arm, push in there, and on 3, we're gonna stand. 1, 2, 3, up, and I'm gonna check in with her before we move. You good to move? Mm-hmm. All right, on 3, pivot. 1, 2, 3, and now I'm gonna check. She's lined up. So I'm gonna have you reach your strong arm there back to the armrest, stick your bum way back to lower down. Okay, and now we're gonna come back. So on 3, stand up. 1, 2, 3, and you're good. Mm-hmm. All right, let's pivot and reach your arm back and butt. Perfect. All right.